factually, my identity has been stolen since I was in a coma. This includes my medical identity and my actual identity of Social Security number. This has been stolen by Roger Lecomte and Lynn Howard, misusing probate court while the patient of St. Joe's. Medical fraud was given to probate court, and unlawful rulings equipped them with my identity, which they sold to individuals of Peterborough operating through Monadnock Developmental Services to steal all the funding required for my traumatic brain injury recovery, while their misfiling was telling the state that the funding was going to me and I was misusing it. This form of psychiatric terrorism is authentic, and it's a summary of the documents that I have discovered in the years I'll never remember of what Roger Lecomte, Lynn Howard, and Tim Donovan have done and continue doing with SSA fraud, bank accounts made in my name, I'm not permitted access, funding being delegated to those accounts with rulings in place saying to the bank managers that for my own safety to not permit me access. New Hampshire attorneys following court rulings in place the same, claiming that I'm not permitted legal counsel that I choose for my own safety. The misuse of my medical condition since in a coma by Roger, Lynn, and Tim is laid out in the timeline of documents of Department of Health and Human Services, New Hampshire courts being both probate and family court, the ongoing misuse of family court by a New Hampshire LADAC being Tim Donovan's friend, assisting his psychiatric violence, psychological violence, which summarized with the combination of attempting to prevent medical recovery of people that are injured by stealing all the assets that are delegated for the recovery. The misuse of the courts with fraud is giving immunity to Roger, Lynn, and Tim, Jolene, Ryan, and Tanya after $2.5 million they stole, destroyed my life, killed my daughter, took our business, and to this day, they steal my SSA. And court rulings in place say I'm not permitted to contest it. And attorneys are following court rulings in place that they're not permitted to represent me without the permission of these people controlling a trust account. With court rulings in place, the misuse of the courts is laid out in the documents they have filed and the unlawful rulings that they acquired. This is being protected by their own rulings because they attack vulnerable people, and the dysfunction that's established, the systematic dysfunction established with medical fraud since the patient of a hospital, gives them immunity while it terrorizes people and successfully misinforms the community around them. It's just happening. It's not something that I've made up.